We're back at it again, boys. And today we're gonna fucking do a trial.
This is time.
Push the X button! Woohoo!
We are beginning once again.
Danganronpa.
But before I do, let me see if I can adjust the fucking volume real quick. Because I was looking at last stream and the music was so fucking loud. Yeah, turn that down. A bunch. Time for more death, despair, and Pepto-Bismol. Damn straight. Alright, can we even hear? Fuck, let me hear the stream through mine before and see if it's any better. I want to make sure it's not so fucking loud this time. Because the last stream, the music was just blasting. Couldn't even hear myself. Alright, I think it's a little better now. It's a little better now. Okay. Alright. Sahina. Okay. It is better now. It is definitely much better. Okay, we're back to this. I think we're about to start off with the school trial. The class trial shall begin. Yes. Okay. And everyone's here. Oh god. We're starting into this already.
You're late, Makoto. We've been waiting we've all been waiting for you.
I bet you're afraid you'd be discovered as the murderer you are. Why is her face like that? I'm sorry. We start this fucking game off with that face? No. Okay, back to the game.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it. But she got a murder book. Okay. I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? Gee, it totally isn't the guy's name written on the fucking wall behind her. Who's ready to crumble in confusion in the clearly not obvious class trial? I swear. It's fucking obvious at this point. The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us? Yeah, you see him right behind Byakuya? Yeah, he's right there. He's right there. He's right fucking there.
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fate will be decided.
That's a really confusing.
I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
He'll be waiting. And unfortunately, the sad part about the class trial is that it's fully voiced, so I can't do my own voice work. Oh, whatever. Gotta make do. Okay, yeah, I see you hiding in the back, hiding in the corner.
You know what
of the
I
room.
mean.
Though I did my job, yeah, killing a woman, I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out. Totally what a guilty person would say. Okay, Yakia, what do you have to say to this? Well then, the time has finally come. Are you ready?
Maybe school-based wizards become the dark and stay. We're out here to bear witness to Mr. Nayagi's final curtain call.
Oh, what the fuck are the faces in this game? I swear to God. Yeah, I see Toko in the back as well. Being so insistent, even though you obviously killed her. Very impressive. How is that impressive? Celeste. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? Yes. It was Pepto-Bismol. Athena, you believe me, don't you? Please?
What the heck?
I can't help but wonder what whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. I agree. At least he doesn't think I did it, which is a good thing.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. In the end, I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka wants to find out who killed her? Freaking, who the hell's Hamster Boy? Relax, I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way. Hey! There's no point standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future. The future that is grim. Grimmer than the grim. Impossible. Damn, we really gotta go through with this class trial thing, huh? Why did I say case?
You know?
If you want to confess, I guess now's the time to do it. I'm not doing anything. And everyone's favorite boy, Monto Butter. What? So whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh? A goddamn courtroom, huh? Coco's just sitting there. Let's get started. Okay, let's get started. Hero Harbu's the son of a gun. Well then.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right. I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. Unfortunately, she's right. But you know what else is right? I know what she knows, and why she isn't saying it is wrong. Kyoto's judging everyone for their stupid. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. Does she think I'm Yuna or Kami or something? What's with the truth? I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death, because I'm Yuna or Kami, and I must find truth! Okay. The numbers. Kyoto is Nurikami in this. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is! Oh boy. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. An elevator is doing what an elevator's doing! Woo! The steel blocks descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. Oh my god, the elevator's doing an elevator. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
oh,
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. That just sounds wrong in its own right. Are we gonna go down to the deepest bowels and run into the great mighty Pooh from Conker's Pet Fur Day? Oh, I wish I was playing Conker right now, but besides the point. You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Shit, not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down.
Yoo-hoo!
Hurry up now, hurry up!
We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. Them's a lot of chairs, don't ya think? Even though there aren't really seats, they're just podiums or some full fuck. And it's set up so that everyone could see everyone else.
Either I'm seeing things or I see a zoom in on the cleavage of Asahina. Oh no. That is quite lewd. Which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. Right now, who's the main character from the picture? What? What do you mean? Whatever. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. Oh, it certainly feels all tense. Even Leon's confused and nervous. Isn't that joyful?
And so, the curtain on our first case opens. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal.
Please say the 7-letter D word. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly
Class trial. Dun dun dun.
You want to save the data? Yes. Hopefully, the game doesn't block sharing now, because, oh god. Set skills. Do I really need to? It's not like I have any, so whatever. Alright. Oh, I have this. Effective during the battle, cost USP. Might as well. What? That's the only thing I have. Okay, open the handbook. What do we got?
We have the SD card. We have the rum. We have the replica sword. We have the replica sword sheath. We have the opening of doors. We have a box of tools. Makoto room cleanliness. Sayaka's wrist, which has been punctured by Pepto-Bismol. Leon's fucking name written upside down. Bathroom door frame. Bathroom doorknob. They look the same. What the fuck? Dorm nameplates, kitchen knife set, Asahina's account, trash duty, the incinerator, burnt shirt piece, and the Dragon Ball. I mean crystal ball. Did someone say despair? Yes, I did.
I'm gonna use presents to beat the... I'm gonna use potato chips. I guess not. What else am I gonna use? What do I have? I got bird seed. I need something that'll help me. God of War charm. Yes, sir. Max gloves. Glasses. I need something that will help me.
Tomeko's pants.
What?
I need something that... Emperor's tongue. And... What? Oh!
I didn't know we had the cosplay piece to Malone from fucking Queensblade in this game.
Okay, moving on. Yes, that's it. Okay, finish the preparations. Let's start this shit. Trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
I can't do my own voice. Is anyone able to hear this well? At least hear me and the game at a decent fucking thing. Comment section, please tell me. Is the volume alright? I can't. Hold up.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But
says yes,
if you
so
pick the wrong one,
fine. Alright.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Oh dear. That is quite dangerous.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it,
Why
raise your
is
hand.
his fucking portrait shaking? Freaking... The game's having a seizure.
Oh my god. Freaking Ichimaru's portrait is having a fucking seizure. Help it. Quick. Help it.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Because they're smart.
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
What is your quest?
What's going on with those pictures?
Good question.
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
I can't. I fucking can't. Why?
Friendship penetrates?
Get your mind out of the gutter, Yamada!
Okay, but what about that other empty seat?
There is an
There
empty
were
seat.
only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Good question.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
His voice is so goofy. He's like a fucking... It's a demented Mickey Mouse. That's what he sounds like.
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Woo! It's about to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. First thing we shall mention,
Leon's name on the ball.
because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-step debate is about to begin. Would you like to... I'm gonna assume V3 is kind of the same thing, so let's no, let's just I'm assuming it's like V3, just fucking X and whatever I think is right. Evidence of a struggle. The only bullet I have.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
His portrait's going crazy again.
You know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No! How do I shoot the... How did I shoot the... It's not X, is it?
I assert that the one who was murdered...
Hold on, what's the button? What's the button you have to press? Oh, X is the... It's fucking...
Was Miss Sayaka
X is
Maizono.
the silencer, that's right.
Yeah,
Fuck
you know
me.
that part already.
Triangle button.
And the murder took place in
I haven't played
Makoto's room.
V3 in a while, so...
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
Wait for it.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Wait.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong! Hold it right there, woman!
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
Why does he sound so fucking quiet?
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Yeah, no shit.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Someone.
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
No, it was in the room! Are you blind?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide.
Doesn't Miradoji sound fucking Russian for a second? Oh my
The
god.
killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
She sounds Russian. Is Celeste Russian? Someone look that up, please.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Yeah, actually, it sounds nothing like I imagined it. What the fuck is that English voice actor?
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
What is that voice? Oh my god!
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
I can't. What are these voice actors? We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. A knife. Make your argument. Kitchen knife. No shit! Welcome to Danganronpa.
So what was used to kill her?
What was used to kill
There
her?
was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong. Freaking.
Hold up.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
A kitchen knife? Watch for that stunned reaction.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
A kitchen knife? Were you not standing guard in the room? Did you not see the knife in her stomach? Are all these people that fucking stupid?
After the murder,
aware.
we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
It was the knife.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
This was... what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Yeah, it was... You just now remembered? I can't. All these people are fucking idiots.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Gee, you think? That voice irks me. It irks me too. Stupid it is.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us?
Ooh, you should know that all too well, Leon.
I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Oh, you are blaming me, sir? You blaming me? You blame moi? Your portrait seizure?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
I have all the proof. It is written in blood, or Pepto-Bismol. He is right next to you.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Good point.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
He's trying to make us stop. You son of a bitch.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Yeah. He's just dead silent. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates. No, I think I got it. Let me do the game. That music, oh my god. Here we go.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret, when nobody was in the dining room.
No, that's wrong!
I'm just gonna constantly say that every time I see that shit.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
I mean, her voice is alright.
Well, what if I have a witness?
What if I have a witness? And it is my wife. Her name is Athena. Athena, explain!
What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Why is her portrait shaking? What is that?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
No, that's wrong, but every time it gets louder and louder. Yes, that is exactly what I'm gonna do. I went to go get some tea for the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen, I walked to wash my glass. One of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yes.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
Boom! I cleared my suspicion.
You don't think so?
You don't think so? He's like, oh, that sounds awfully cheeky right there.
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
What is with everyone's portraits having seizures? This is bugging me.
Okay, then what about this?
What about what?
What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
You fucking twat!
Idiot swimmer girl?
How dare you?
Oh, and more importantly, Why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
Good question.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Ooh.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Sounds very interesting.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already!
Even
No,
Monokuma's
okay?
portrait's having
There
a
are
seizure.
no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Oof. Ooh, Monokuma fucked up.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife.
Ergo, Monokuma is right.
So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
It was Leon!
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
Okay, Celeste, you're gonna wanna back up with that face, because that is kind of creepy. That is partly creepy. In fact, that is Slenderman creepy. You wanna never make that face again, please? Thank you. Okay, moving on.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
Hifumi's got you pegged. Waifu, think of something quick!
I can.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
And you didn't mention this sooner.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Me.
Right.
He's like, oh god.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because,
That
well-
freaking voice. I know, it's so bad.
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I stayed in Hina's room last night. I got her voice now.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy
Kid,
videos.
I sound like a
I wasn't really
constipated
thinking.
twat.
I just asked her to stay over.
Enjoy. It's the only intolerable voice so far. I know.
Which means we have airtight alibis.
So airtight, my cheeks are clenched.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
Does it?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
There's a loophole in that suggestion.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But Sakura's a woman.
But I'm a girl.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
I can't. I can't. Sakura, I guess, is kind of a trap, in a sense. I don't even know. Hella tomboy, yeah, but tomboy to the point where it's just downright fucking ugly. Ugh.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
I can't with this voice.
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Who? It was Leon.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Good question. The voice actor for Byakuya sounds so disinterested, I can't.
Well, because they're not here anymore.
What? The fuck do you mean they're not here? Someone who's not here. What?
Sayaka.
What?
She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
What? Sayaka took the knife? What? What? She took the... What? Huh? Okay, so the person who took the knife was Monokuma.
I got it!
What?
Then Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
What? What? She took the knife? But wait. Huh? Asahina, why did you not mention this sooner? What the fuck? Why did she take the knife?
That's the only possibility.
That does not answer my question, Sakura. Shut up.
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual.
What?
When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen.
Oh my.
As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
Oh no. What is it?
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
And clearly that did not work.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Seriously, his voice actor just doesn't care.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
His voice actor, I don't like his voice acting at all. It is so... He just sounds like he's bored beyond belief. I don't like his voice at all. Oh my god. And now I know why people say his anime voice is way better.
What?
What?
See? He did do it after all.
Yes, that's alright. Yeah, I guess. Just put this character. Okay.
No! You're wrong!
Wait, what the fuck was that face of hers? What was that? Can we go back real quick? What the hell was fucking Fukawa's face? Oh god. And everyone in this portrait is having a seizure tonight.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Shut up.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand the thing? How could I have taken that? Quick, get the fingerprint scanner and scan for Leon. Well, yeah, Leon did it. Like, we know that. Yet, we're still trying to figure out what the fuck, how it happened, I guess? They can
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering.
Most bewildering? What do you mean, Kyoko?
And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
His face, I guess.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
What? Your first Hangman's Gambit. Okay, I remember this language from V3. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the most crucial point. If we can just figure out what that something is. Hangman's Gambit. Yeah, it's this stupid shit. H-I. Fuck. Hair? Ooh. Oh wait, I got it. Movie H. Oh, I got it.
Now I understand.
Now I get it. Complete.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
Yeah.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
Yeah, but Sayaka was in there.
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true.
What is this baby?
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Are you sure you could be having a seizure at this time and place, Ishimaru?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Let me hear these reasons before I clench you with these muscles.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
Most likely, because that bathroom door is stuck.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
Someone get that lady some antibiotics. She's got a bad case of strep throat.
I don't have strep throat, that's just my voice.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Yeah, the door was ripped to fucking shreds. Let me show you that doorknob. Boom. Yes.
I got it!
I got it!
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom.
What are they selling?
You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Yeah. We've gone from the room to the bathroom door. We're getting close to the
doorknob. What doorknob?
What do you mean, what doorknob?
The doorknob that opens doors! Fucking Yasuhiro. Don't you remember last video where I had to sexualize the door? I mean, doorknobs are important!
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken.
Doorknobs are important.
See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Can we show that on national TV? What would the doorknob family think of this? Like, freaking yes, this is where the doorknob was clearly massacred to death. It was very well broken off the hinge. Doctor says it will not make it.
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob.
In some cases, they murdered the door.
This is another most bewildering act.
First you violate the door, then you kill it? You sick creature, you!
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
Right there! Right there! What is this? What is her fucking face? What is she? What are those fuck me eyes from Fukawa? What the fuck? Oh, she's got a dirty side to her. I'm not liking the looks of this. I am not liking it. Leon's like, the door's broken. Fukawa over here. Oh, you banged a doorknob? Fukawa, get doorknobs out of your head real quick. Back to the situation at hand, please.
Fukawa's my girl. I'm not going anywhere near that. I'm not going anywhere near that purple-haired slut.
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
Oh, Leon, I like how you just say that so openly, as if you know there's something up.
She has a sexual relationship with the please, we're done with Fukawa. Fuck.
You still don't see? Okay, then.
Thank you for getting her off my screen. Oh my god.
Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded.
God.
Hopefully that will help you understand.
I'd rather deal with Kyoko's tear-free smile than that fucking lewd look of Fukawa's. Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn. Would you like to hear more? What fucking else are we listening about? From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. No matter, I think we're going back to the usual BS. I played V3, so I kind of know the majority of how the gameplay works, how class style works. Someone get a crop of that face when we were like, no, we don't.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Yes.
Then the killer ran after her.
Yes.
And they got into the bathroom.
Yes.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. No! Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it.
No.
We already know the answer.
Stop having a seizure. Please do not have a seizure in my
The incident
presence.
took place in Makoto's room.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to shoot
Sayaka
that
was
shit.
first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Wait for it.
Then the killer ran after her.
Wait for it.
And they got into the bathroom.
Wait for it.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
What? What's wrong? If you keep trying to disrupt the trial, you're gonna get put on trial yourself.
Shut up, Leon!
Shoot!
Remember, you can speed up. Oh shit, that's right.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Wait, that's a slow down button.
Then the killer ran after her.
What's the speed up button? Hold up. Fast forward. Okay, there it is.
And they got into the bath. At that point, the killer had to try because Sayaka had locked it.
Oh
no!
Wait,
that's
wrong. There we go. Intercept trap.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked.
It was.
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
My strep throat clearly agrees with your arguments.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Because it was stuck.
Thank you.
Huh? What are you talking about?
He's the first one to answer.
Wait, what? What?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Say something.
Yup, true as true can be.
Ooh.
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door.
Oops.
That's not lucky at all.
Oops.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck.
That don't sound very lucky at all now, does it?
But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked.
Monokuma.
So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
I can't with her voice.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
And that detail is... sorry, I'm yawning. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was the crime took place in my room.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
The way he said that.
Is anyone aware of his massive fucking ear? Inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms.
Ooh, now you see, we're getting somewhere.
Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then...
His hamster mouth.
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
They realized that I pointed out a loophole.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Ooh, that is quite a good pointer, but at this point, can we just skip to the fucking name on the wall?
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening.
That is a definite possibility.
Yakuya just doesn't care.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Ooh, finally! We're moving off of me as the target. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
That face, you need to chill out, Iwata.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
We're gonna have a long discussion after this one if you don't shut your trap.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
I don't know. That was a good question, Fruity.
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
No, we don't even know who did. Actually, I do know who did it, but no one's gonna vote for him.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
He's afraid now. He's afraid.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Try to break the fourth wall.
Anders, you have not seen V3, if you think that's bad.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions?
Damn it, Sora, don't message me now.
It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
It is very trivial because your face just screamed, should I point at this man next to me?
Or should I not? Am I wearing the right makeup today? I have no idea. I have to drink my tea after this.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
What is her question?
Oh, you.
Celeste, there's something wrong with Asahina.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Ask already.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
That is a very good question.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Yes, how did the killer get inside?
I can't with this voice. I fucking can't.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
Leading us astray, are you, Leon? Ooh, do I have to come over there and beat some sense with you?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative!
No.
If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Oh, let me bring my Skyrim character in and prove you wrong, Fishimaru.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
What's the easy way? Knock and ring ding dong, let me in?
They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
Is it Ms. Maizono or Maizono? 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 You trying to step into Maizono? Are you... the fuck? It's Maizono, is it not? It's not Maizono. It's Maizono. It has to be. Maizono, not Maizono. Japanese names don't sound that fucking dumb.
No, that can't be it either.
I apologize if I offended any Japanese people watching right now.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
I will come over there and bitch slap you. I swear to God, Hifumi. Shut your trap.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
I will beat the mess out of you, you tub of lard!
Hifumi! Anders, please tell this man to shut up. Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right fucking there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because... wait, I could do this? Oh, Jesus. And what am I supposed to fucking... The victim... Am I supposed to use this? So maybe come over there and slap you my musket. Okay, Oba Onyaga. Fucking sit down. Am I supposed to use this? No. What the fuck am I supposed to... This has to be.
I got it!
There we go.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Don't Mac Nugget slam him. Oh, we Mac Nugget slam Hifumi, he'll burst in like a bubble. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, do not open your door.
And yet she did.
Oh boy, I don't like this already. And she took the knife, apparently. Apparently.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
I swear to God, these people.
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
Wait, I missed that. What? What?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Who said what now? I wasn't paying attention. That message got me all screwed up. What happened? What? Something I want to talk to you about. Just up to in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. What? What? Check the name weights to make sure you don't get the wrong
I found a
room, okay?
notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
Flying actually wasn't What?
When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
Oh my God, was she planning to kill someone?
Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No.
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature.
Oh my
Sayaka's
God.
signature.
Then that note, Sayaka was planning to kill someone.
But why? Why would she write that?
She was planning to kill Leon, holy fuck.
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
Oh my, and the tables must have turned.
She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
That is some shady shit right there, I tell you what.
Who got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation? What young man could resist?
Shit, this movie's got a point.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Just let me shut up.
But can we be sure
You just ruined the
anyone
moment.
even got
You
this
ruined
note?
the fucking moment right there. Freaking... She must have been luring someone with her pop cultural status.
But I will not falter.
Yes. Sorry. Oh my God. But can we be sure anyone even got this?
And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Her voice, I can't.
Huh? What makes you say that? Would you like to hear what I have to say?
What do you have to say, Celeste?
Very well then. Pay attention.
I'm paying attention. What is she gonna tell us? A tale of the Europeans.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Yes. Your meaningless words tire me. Please stop wasting my time. Fuck me, I
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
But in the note, it specifically says... I see. So if someone read that, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Yes.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
That's where it should have been.
It certainly would seem that way.
Nope. Alright, I got it, I know what to do. I know what to do.
Sayaka and Makoto, but in the note, it specifically... I see.
That voice.
Then they would have gone exactly.
The room that Makoto...
No, that's wrong.
The nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
Do you forget that, Celeste?
They got switched?
Oh goodness, I may have done goofed.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
What?
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
Double what?
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I mean, looking at her, you expect her to have a voice like Rachel Alucard or something, but no, she's got like her own fucking mix of voice. Like Labyrinth has her own weird accent.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
No, apparently not.
And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Oh boy.
Right? Okay, then who did it?
Leon, I think you know at this point.
There's only one person who could have switched them. The only other person.
I got it!
Oh,
Me and
boy.
Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
This is honestly where shit just goes south real fast.
So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
Oh boy.
You can also infer as much from her note.
She was planning to commit murder. Quick, get the conductor in here. Freaking
Murder.
I can't do the rolling of the tongue. I just can't. I don't have the throw for it.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Which means she was planning some shit. Commit murder to get out. Oh
But
my god.
why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Oh.
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
Oh boy.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Well, yeah, no shit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes?
We are just standing there.
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Oh boy.
Then...
We
We just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh god. Your face is screaming, I did it. I know. I know.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Just again, let me pull this up. Fucking. Where is it?
His name is right there! Come on!
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself.
And you done oofed on that partition.
It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
Now you're thinking with your brain.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
How the hell could you possibly have brought that question up as soon as I said that? Leon, just admit it. Admit it, you son of a bitch. The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with a fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there is no doubt golden shit.
I got it!
I got it. Now let
All
me
you
show
have
you.
to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Do you see it?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically,
Golden
the
glitter.
gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
Uh-huh.
And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
Exactly.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Fumi, please put that face away.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room, and what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn. No, I'm done listening to tutorials. I got this. I know what I gotta do. I played G3. I know how the debates work. Oh shit, we got more bullets. Now I'm in trouble.
When the fighting broke out...
Hold up. How do I switch bullets real quick?
The culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No,
that's wrong!
You're sounding like fucking friend.
Actually, no. Yes. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Oh, fuck. He's like, huh? Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched.
Oh, no.
See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something slick.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife?
Oh, dear.
That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
No, let's just get to the name already.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
Oh dear.
If you are going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Maybe. That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
With the
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Ooh. Sorry, yawning again.
Yes, I was involving with physical abuse. And I must use the sword to block that abuse.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Indeed, Fumi. Now please, do not ruin that moment.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
No, that couldn't be it.
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too.
But are we sure about that?
After they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Sayaka's the one who took the knife, didn't she? So she's the one who had the knife, not the sword.
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
She never used the sword. Her broken wrist.
Shoot!
What? That's not it. What was it, her hand?
I got it!
Stupid. I'm an idiot.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Because the sword has golden glitter on it.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Yeah, like she'd have enough time for that.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that?